Speaking of, too, I want to talk about Basketball Wives.
What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back to talk about Tami Roman. She was on Fox Soul, and it was one-on-one with Keyshia Cole. Y'all check out Keyshia Cole's show on Fox Soul. I think that Keyshia Cole is, like, doing a phenomenal job, you all. Let's give Keyshia big old hand clap, honey. She is a singer. But no, Keyshia is a singer, honey. She can hit all the right notes, honey. I love me some Keyshia Cole, honey. Sent from Heaven. That is my favorite Keyshia Cole song, honey. And she looked good, y'all, with any hair color, any style. I've never seen Keyshia Cole look bad, honey. Homegirl is just beautiful, gorgeous. Frankie, you did a good job, girl, when you made her. All right, let's get to this interview, you all, because Tami Roman, y'all know she from Basketball Wives, and she had to quit on them, honey. She ain't want to be bothered with them no more. So let's check out what she's saying about that. And I will be in and out with my commentary.
Of course. And, no, not Bessie. No. I want to know because I've seen you on Basketball Wives where I was introduced to you, of course, and we're going to get into a little bit later how you were on The Real World. Yes. And I never knew that.
Yes.
Like, that's correct.
Yes. You never knew that?
No, I never. I mean, I was introduced to you by the Basketball Wives.
Oh,
watching
my
Basketball
God.
Wives.
You so young, child. That's what it is.
No, I actually, it was another couple.
And Real World was like the first reality show for real. Who used to watch The Real World? I am a big fan of Real World. But my favorite season is Real World Las Vegas. I love that one. The first Las Vegas they did, not that second one they did. The first one with Alton, Erulon, Frank, Brand, Steven. Y'all see, I still know their names, and I need to order me another copy because I think they stole it, honey, when they stole my vehicle. But, honey, that's a story for another day.
It was a couple on the real world, like a dark-skinned guy and a mixed chick. Yeah. And I remember them getting, but I don't remember.
That is Alton and Erulon, wasn't it? I don't know. Was it another dark-skinned guy and a mixed girl on there? I don't know. I'm a big fan of Alton and Erulon and they little love situation. They love triangle, honey. I loved it.
I don't remember like you being crazy on there or nothing like that.
Child, we started it all.
Really?
Yeah. It would be no others if it were not for Real World.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at that. Let me see. And what's her name?
Mona Scott?
Shani. Who? Shaq's wife. Shaq's wife. My girl. What's her name?
Shaunie.
Yeah.
She's
you guys are close, right?
I thought in my mind that we were close. And I thought that we had a camaraderie and a sisterhood and a mutual respect for each other. And I found out, over the past 3 seasons, whose phone is on? You better put that on silent.
We're live and we want to hear from you.
Over the past 3 seasons, I kind of felt like the lack of friendship was shown rather than the sisterhood.
And we, as the viewing audience, we know all about that because it seems like when Evelyn came back, what was that, season 6? Shaunie and Tami, they were still cool. And then as you saw season 7 and season 8, they rarely, it seemed like, filmed together. They would kind of film here and there, but, not as much as season 4, which is when she came back, when it was like Brandy on there and Megan and, all those type of girls. And then season 5, she got into it with Duffy. Her and Shaunie was really good, and I kind of liked Shaunie and Tami's so-called friendship. They seemed to always be laughing and, having a good time. I didn't see what I saw with Shaunie and Evelyn, where you could tell Shaunie and Evelyn are closer, but it was like, I don't know. I just felt like Shaunie let Evelyn get away with everything, and Evelyn could be all the way wrong and Shaunie wouldn't say anything. And with Tami, you know, she'll try to say something, you know, and she would still have Tammy's side, but not the way that she would have like Evelyn's back, because that was ridiculous how Evelyn acted that last season, and Shaunie was still trying to take up for her. It's like, girl, do you want your damn job, or you want to be unemployed like your friend, honey? Because she's acting a plumb fool. You gonna let her take your bag from you and your EP credit? They talking about Shaunie is not gonna be the executive producer on the show anymore, and she shouldn't be. She's just way too biased, and you can't be close friends with somebody and, you know, they get all this favoritism and they get to say and do whatever they want, and then somebody new like a OG or anybody new, you know, I don't know, it just seems like Shaunie would have been cool with OG if Evelyn got to bully OG. But Evelyn didn't get to bully OG. That's why they wanted her ass off that show. And they kept trying to separate her and segregate her away from the damn group. And it was absolutely ridiculous. I believe Tami saw all of that. Y'all know she's team OG too. So she saw that and wanted nothing to do with that. I don't think, though, it took that situation. I think Evelyn coming back is when you kind of notice Tami getting a little bit more, you know, like, okay, is Shaunie still going to be my friend? Or she's kind of going to be more Evelyn's friend because they are closer and have known each other longer, you know? So Shaunie is just a shitty friend. She should have maintained both her friendships with Tami and Evelyn, regardless if they like each other or not. But at the end of the day, she chose a side, and she chose Evelyn's side.
Wow. To me. Which is unfortunate, because I
feel like there was favoritism with other cast members? Or?
Absolutely. I think that.
And we all saw that.
When I went back to the show, Basketball Wives LA in 2015, I thought that cast was great. You know, we had Megan, we had Brandy, we had Malaysia, Jackie. I thought it was great. And then 2016, into what I like to call the demon seed. You know,
and really quickly, you all, I thought that the show was going to be real good. I'm like, oh, Evelyn's coming back. At first, I was excited for Evelyn, but I see what Tami is saying, and to me, the show got worse. It got like way more serious once Evelyn came back. You know, it was petty and shit, you know, before then. The whole Shaunie and Brandy situation, that was all good. You know, I didn't like season 5 with Duffy. I felt like it was just, I don't know, Duffy didn't fit the show, you know, like I didn't like how Tami was acting with her, you know, so I don't know, but I just feel like looking back, Evelyn has did more harm than good, than, you know, when she came back to the show. I think she should have stayed, well, I would say she should have stayed over there on OWN, but they got rid of her. That's why she brought her ass back. But she should have tried to maintain that whole, oh, I'm going to try to get my own show or do some little online show. But returning back to Basketball Wives after you done been on Iyanla Fix My Life, you done did all this work on yourself. You have improved your life and your image, and you just... Evelyn, you just ruined your image all over again by coming back to the damn show. And, you know, like, you can secure the bag all day, but if you got a fucked up image, ain't nobody gonna want to mess with you, girl.
The whole dynamic changed, you know, and for me, it just was not a happy place to be once she returned. And this is no secret.
And she is who?
We're Evelyn.
Okay.
Whose name I don't say.
Okay, sorry.
But I gave it to you just because you asked. Yeah. It's no secret. She doesn't like me. She never has liked me. I tried to be friends. And so now I've accepted that she doesn't like me. So now I don't like you.
Right. And that's fine.
And my only issue I had with Tami was I felt like, what was that, season 7? We had saw Jennifer and Evelyn getting back cool. And I liked Jennifer and Evelyn's friendship. Whatever the hell they was doing. I don't know if it was a friendship. But I did like it, you guys. I'm not going to lie. I liked them together. Because you could just tell they kind of fit with each other. You know, you can just tell. And it was nice to seen them get into it really bad, and then for them to come back together. Jennifer's mother had passed. Evelyn, was there for her for that, and Jennifer was really broken down by that situation. So it was good to see some humanity out of these women, coming together like that. But I just could not stand Tami, and the fact that season 7 she got on some shit where, I don't know, it was this thing with Jennifer where, Jennifer's getting back cool with Evelyn now. And they knew that, her and Shaunie knew that Jennifer and Evelyn were going to get back cool season 6. That's when they got back, and that's when when Jing had came back part-time. So I didn't like that for season 7. It was, did you remember what Jennifer was saying about Evelyn when they weren't cool? And it was like, you can really tell Tami was trying to throw a dagger in that friendship, and she killed that friendship off by bringing up all this old ass shit. And it was like, and I know a lot of people will still say, well, Tami had a point. She had to let Evelyn know what Jennifer was saying. No, you don't. Because guess what? If you don't want to be bothered with Jennifer, you feel like she's acting fake now that she's cool with Evelyn. You know how she feels about Evelyn. It doesn't matter what she was saying when she was mad. You know how they feel about each other. They really loved each other. And for her to just start all that shit up, you guys, I just hated Tami for that. I didn't like that, because we actually could have saw Jennifer and Evelyn cool, and then if they do fall out, let them fall out over something organic, not all this shit from the past. And then you got the situation where Malaysia gets into it. Well, Malaysia, ends up telling Evelyn what Jennifer did in the past. See, all this shit is from the past. And we've all been there with our so-called friends. We talk shit about them, threw them under the bus because they hurt us. I mean, Evelyn really came at Jennifer, you guys. Like, she really did her wrong. So I'm not mad, really, with anything Jennifer said. Even if she said shit about Shaunie, she shouldn't have talked about her daughters. She shouldn't have talked about Evelyn's daughter. She shouldn't have, but come on now. All that shit Evelyn did to that girl, come on. She was going to hit that girl where it hurt. And, I'm just saying. But yeah, I didn't like all of that. To me, those were some bad storylines. I felt like they was giving us recycled storylines. They wasn't really giving us something new and fresh,
Fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, but you don't think that there was a way that you guys could have done work together and moved on and possibly
I tried numerous times. I really and truly did, Keyshia. And to find out, that there were a lot of workings going on behind the scenes, and emails being sent, and negative derogatory things being said about my health and my miscarriages, and all the way up to network executives.
Yeah, that was wrong, Evelyn. You shouldn't have been talking about Tami's, her health and, I mean, they would say stuff to each other, you all, back and forth. But to me, they both went too far when they was talking about each other having miscarriages. Both of you bitches had miscarriages. I was like, are you serious? So I don't know, you guys. Tami and Evelyn, they never seen it for each other. I think I want to do a video on them kind of covering their history, and then I could kind of get all my feelings out there.
And I felt like at that point that was crossing a line for me. So there was no way we could work together again.
Well, I wish we would have talked.
And you know what? Now that I think about it, I wonder if that's the reason why Tami felt the need to throw a dagger in Evelyn and Jennifer's newfound friendship season 7. That's what I'm wondering. Did she hear about Evelyn doing something backstabbing to her? Because it really looked like, you guys, she just was like, oh, they cool now, and now Jennifer acting funny with me. Well, let me make sure her and Evelyn ain't cool now. It just really had that whole mean girl thing to it. Tami's hands are not clean, you all, either. It's not her hands. They're not clean either. Tami has been a bully on the show, knocking people upside the damn head, hitting them and shit, just getting so irate with people. She got to put her hands on people. So I wish she would kind of own more of that instead of, because on this interview, hopefully they get to it, shit, because I got somewhere I got to be, honey, in a little bit. But hopefully she explains like her behavior, and I don't want to hear no damn excuses about how you being edited. Like, you really need to own your behavior on the show.
Because I would have told you.
What would you have told me?
I would have told you we could just go ahead and go get a life coach together. Balance this out, right? Get this little check, big check. Right. And, you know, and then keep on, because at the end of the day, I think, you
Well, I
know.
think she went to a life coach, right? Wasn't Iyanla on the set for a time with her?
Was she?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. But I thought that was when her and Chad got into it. Okay. So then that's the vibe. It's over now. So now we're,
we're far too much.
Yeah, we're acting and.
Yeah, Evelyn went to Iyanla, and, you know, she just wasted, in my opinion, Iyanla's time. And the biggest mistake with that, you all, is she came back to Basketball Wives, and she never should have came back. Just because you can't change like that, you all, and take these spiritual steps and get your house in order, get your life in order, and then you enter right back into a toxic environment. It just don't work like that.
And doing our vibe. So what's up with that? How is that been going? I see you in Paris.
Yes.
That film.
Yes, we were so new that we didn't understand the genre or the format. It hadn't been developed yet. So we were just living our lives. You know, like on Real World, a lot of people saw me approach abortion issues and, you know, weight issues and issues with my mom. And with Basketball Wives, I think they, and other reality shows, they tend to skew more towards where's the drama and less of what's happening in these people's real lives. You know.
Yeah, I mean, somewhat, you know, I thank God I was able to miss that kind of like that boat a little bit, even though it was, like you said, our real lives.
Right.
So it wasn't like, okay, we coming to the set and we're going to try to start some drama. It was like, no, this is actually my life.
This is actually your life. You know what? I loved your show that you used to have. I don't know, I probably can't say the other network, but when it was you, your mom.
No, we just gave a shout out to CW.
Okay, so it was on BET, and it was you.
Yeah, I love that show too, with Keyshia Cole and her family. That was good.
When your mom and your sister, that show was so good. And genuine, you know, you didn't show up to work and go, now who gonna have a problem today? Who gonna make up something, you know, that they bothered with?
Do you think that it's like that with the Basketball Wives? I mean,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I am really a very mild-tempered person.
Ah, girl.
I really.
Shit, you was knocking them bitches out left and right. You hit Mika. Who else did she hit, you all? Did she almost fight Susie or somebody? Who the hell else? She tried to fight Evelyn after Evelyn dropped that bomb about her sleeping with her ex-husband. It was some other people, Duffy, Brandy, the one that stands out the most was Keyshia. That is when I really realized Tami is a big ass bully. Even before Keyshia, I realized that. But when that girl was scared to get her purse and all of that, and oh my God, you all, it was just it was bad.
I really am. I really am.
Tami,
but if you mess with me,
Chronicle shows you.
I have that side to me too. But with Basketball Wives, it was just kind of like, I am very mild-tempered, but I would show up, and it's like, I am also the person, if you mess with me, then you're going to get something back. So
these women, some of these women, though, Tami, they didn't mess with you. You were trying to bully them. I would really respect Tami a little bit more, you all, if she would admit to her behavior. I do still like Tami, because she is funny. Bonnet Chronicles is genius. I think she's very talented as an actress, but what I would love to hear more is more accountability for your behavior. I do not want to hear how the show was edited or how it made you look. You know, you were acting like that. You was acting a goddamn fool.
If you're constantly showing up every day and somebody has an issue with you or a problem, then you're going to be seen a certain type of way.
Okay, so Evelyn was the verse, kind of, I feel like, right? You got into it with her.
Oh, yeah, we had a tumultuous relationship the entire time I was on the show. Until, like a lot of people saw me leave, this season, and it was partially due to that. It's like you can't show up every day, and this has been going on since I started Basketball Wives in 2010. It wasn't living up to the way she raised me. You always want to do your parents proud, and I just felt like I was coming on there, and because they created characters out of us, they always showed one side of me. I'm not ever saying that I don't have that side of Papa Bitch real quick, because I do. But you can't just only show that. When I'm a mom, a wife now, a Christian, God-fearing woman, very spiritual, philanthropist, they weren't showing any of that. Exactly.
Yes.
I get you all what she's saying, but like I said, I would like to hear more accountability. Like, I was wrong a couple of times on the show. I was wrong for what I did to Mika. I shouldn't have bopped her upside her head. I shouldn't have bullied Keyshia so bad. Really kind of go back and take that walk down memory lane of, some of your behaviors and some of your actions on the show. And they just wasn't cool, Tami. So if she could have owned that, I would have been, more okay with the interview. It was still a pretty good interview. I still like Tami. It was still pretty interesting. You all get down in the comments. Let me know how you feel about this. How do you feel about Tami calling out Shaunie and her relationship, and how it pretty much came to an end once Evelyn came, back on the show. Did you notice that? Or did you know that was going to happen? Or I kind of figured it would happen, but I was like, I don't know. So I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out later.